All right, so here I am back at Idea Box with Foti.
Hi.
How would you like people to know you, Foti?
Foti's fine.
All right, so if you want to tell us a little about yourself, your basic, who are you? A little mini bio, if you will.
I am a visual artist,
Mm-hmm.
primarily in sculpture and printmaking. Have a long history in dabbling in every single art, but I always felt that visual arts was the best way to express myself.
Are you from Chicago?
I am from Chicago, born and bred.
Particular
North
neighborhood?
Side. North Side.
There you go.
That's all you gotta say.
All right, we went over what arts you practice. Why do you make art?
I make art because I feel that art is the most primal aspect of expression and what actually separates us from every other life form on this planet. Because art, quite frankly, is the ability to articulate abstract thought.
Beautiful. All right. What are you most excited about with Idea Box?
Idea Box is a unique place and institution. The concept of mixing, integrating different types of art forms to create a new and a unique expression. It is ideal. Most people like to shoehorn into one type of thing, and seldom do they cross connect and say, "Oh, wait a minute, how would I do this visually and with movement, with words, with sound?" And it creates a new thing.
I love when you have different artists in a room because, like, the way you learn to do something and the way somebody in a different art form, or you're struggling to do a thing that is perfectly normal in another art form, like, oh, you just do blah blah blah.
Yes, I like to think of it almost like a jam session.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeding off each other's energy, and that informs the way you think or approach about how you do things,
Yeah.
and vice versa. And then when you watch it grow, it's almost like a weed. Like,
And even just meeting a new tool, because
yeah.
you know, like if you eat especially jewelry equipment versus someone who works with carpentry materials, that can definitely make something interesting. What artists inspire you?
Ooh, I love the story of artists who never quit, or artists who face like some of the deepest, darkest things that a person can go through, but then they come back and they attack it full on, and you don't learn about it until later on. So in visual art, for example, Goya.
Mm-hmm.
Goya is one of my biggest inspirations, and most people did not realize that he was doing what we now consider Goya work. He was doing it internally and privately, and it wasn't discovered until after they tore the wallpapers off his space. Because you never quit, you never surrender, because life doesn't just reach a point and then stop. You know, you got to keep going, and so does expression, so does ideas, so does creative thinking. Everything constantly grows.
Great. What is your favorite craft to do?
Ooh. Cooking, does that count? No.
Sure, it does.
I like, my favorite craft is when it's hard to say, but when you first do something new, because your hands are working in a way they never worked before, and then your mind is working, just like we talked about before, how different arts inspire.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, where can I integrate this sensation from?
Yeah.
You know.
What is your favorite art as an audience member?
Oh, theater.
Yeah.
I mean, especially black box theater. You know, oh man, that was a really tough one because sometimes it's music, but theater, performance art, because when you see the actor's face, the actor's body language, and you hear the actor's voice, it creates a reality which you don't find any other way, because when you're reading a book or when you're listening to music, that's all in your mind, right? So that's your own abstract thought coming to life. But when you see it coming, that energy coming from another human being, and it fills you up, there's nothing better.
Great. Who is art for?
Humanity. Just literally. I mean, like I said before, it's the thing that separates us from every other life form. It's our mark on this planet, our mark on society, on civilization, and everything. It's expression. It's the attempt to understand the human condition and to find truth. You will never find an ultimate truth, but a facet of truth.
But are you thinking of that from the artist's perspective or the audience's perspective?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think it's equal?
Yeah.
When did you know you were an artist?
Oh, you mean admit that that was my course in life, or know what I was? Because ever since I was a kid, right? I was drawing, I was doing things. Oh, he's gonna grow up and be an artist. He's gonna do this and that. But I think I finally understood that that was my purpose in life in my late 20s, in my 30s. I'm like, this was, my path in life led me to this point to realize the best way to express myself and the best way to participate in the human story is via my art.
Did you have a moment where you had to come out as an artist, where you had to tell people, this is it, this is what I'm doing?
No,
always...
unfortunately, I was always branded from a young age, he's going to be the artist.
That's
the other
great.
brother was a lawyer, the other brother was a doctor, that one's the artist.
Awesome. What is the first piece of art you remember?
I mean...
Something you experienced. What was the first thing you knew was art?
That's a very tough call because, like I said, it's been part of my life from the beginning. But I will tell you the most impactful thing that had ever happened is when I finally got a chance to go to Paris and visit the Louvre, and I saw in person these things that I had studied and written papers about and seen in pictures a million times. To actually see, it was particularly David's Oath of the Horatii.
Okay.
When I saw that, I actually broke down in tears. My son was like looking at me like, "What's wrong with you?"
Like you've seen this before.
Yeah. No, it was like it
no, I've
permeated.
never seen it before.
Never seen it. You never felt it. That brings up an interesting thing is this fight we're always having between the art object and the art image. You have to live with an art object. You have to exist in its presence and participate in it and it with you every day of your life. Otherwise, it doesn't have meaning. So doing things by hand, in person, with other people, you understand.
Yep. What sense do you rely on most for your art?
Surprisingly, touch.
Okay.
And this is something I learned well into my 20s. After graduate school and everything, it's like, wait a minute, as you're drawing, you think it's automatically it's a hand-eye coordination, but it's feeling the graphite on the paper, feeling the fibers. Smell is secondary, usually with paint, but it's touch, always touch.
Beautiful. Do you have a teacher who inspired you?
A lot of teachers that I owe a lot of gratitude to, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Paul Jascott from DePaul University, who taught me that in order to understand art, truly understand it, you have to become a student of history and put it in the social political context of when it was made.
Yes.
And then you understand why it was made.
That's beautiful. Something you wish everyone knew, and that doesn't have to be about art. Just a general something you wish people knew.
That empathy is the key to humanity.
What's your favorite snack?
Come on, dude. It's not fair. Depends on the mood. Depends on the state that I'm in. But straight up pizza is always king.
And do you have a favorite quote? Something that sticks with you.
I have two quotes. One was from Nikos Kazantzakis, who wrote, I hope for nothing, I fear for nothing, I am a free bird. And then the other one is Pasteur's chance favors the prepared mind.
There you go. Anything you want to plug, or anywhere where people can see you?
I'd like to plug Idea Box Integrated Arts.
Yes.
And what I would like to plug honestly is that everyone remember that the arts are the key to everything, and to visit art spaces, participate in art events, become a true patron of the arts. Art appreciation and art making is the only thing that's going to get us out of everything.
Yes, and I think a lot of people have gotten out of the habit. I mean, I know we're several years out now, but we lost a lot of our art participation as a community event during the shutdown, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's really, we need to help emphasize for people, get out and do.
Get out and
see. Like, there's a million things, and those things you used to love to go see and do, they're still out there, and they really want you to come.
Yes, they are.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.